My name is Melissa. I am a Massachusetts girl, live in Connecticut now. I'm married. I have 4 children. I call them my bigs and my littles. The first time I was pregnant, I was 19 years old. I had been dating a young guy from high school. We'd been together for a couple of years. He had a pretty serious drinking and drug problem. So within about a year of starting to date him, I started using drugs too. About a year into that lifestyle, I found out I was pregnant. I'm not gonna say it was easy. It wasn't. I was really scared. I was scared that maybe something was gonna be wrong with my baby because of the drugs that I had been doing. But he's okay. And like I said, now he's 27 years old and down in Tampa getting his master's degree. I was with his dad for about another 3 years. And finally, I made the decision to leave and unfortunately found myself right away in the arms of another man. And very quickly thereafter, I found myself pregnant again. He was a really good man. He told me how much he loved me, that he wanted to marry me. I always say I don't really remember when I realized what abortion is. I always knew in my mind and in my heart that it wasn't right. So as scared as I was, I tried to just dive in again. I moved him in to my apartment, and I sensed this pressure that I felt like I was putting on him. I felt like I was ruining him and his life. I was crying and just saying that I needed to leave him. I couldn't stay with him. Everything was just happening so fast, and I had gone to a birthday party at a friend's house, and both she and her sister had had abortions in high school. The conversation turned, and something along the lines of, you do know you have another choice, right? In that moment, I just believed. I believed the lies. I believed that it could be quick. I believed it would be easy. I believed I could just walk away. So I went home and I called Planned Parenthood and I made the appointment, and then I sat and I waited for my boyfriend to come home. And he walked in the door. I basically just looked him in the face and said, I'm having an abortion and there's nothing you can do about it and you need to leave. I just remember this look of just sheer terror on his face. And he left, and I don't know, I think it was the next day or the day after. I remember sitting in the waiting room. I don't remember an ultrasound. I don't remember being given any options. I don't remember anyone even asking me if I wanted to do this, if I had thought this through. The next thing I remember was being slightly sedated. And then I just remember, the pain, and I remember the sound. This is awful vacuum sound. And then I remember being in a recovery room, and I just remember people crying and just feeling like, what did I do? And I remember just being in so much pain, mentally and emotionally and physically. And then I remember thinking, like, you have to forget. You have to forget. You have to just move on and forget. That's the only way. I had nightmares. I had visions during the day, visions at night. The sound, I could not get the sound out of my head, no matter how hard I tried. I just thought, one day this will just go away. One day I won't feel this way anymore. One day it will be lifted from me. It has to. That's when I found Jesus. You know, it's when I realized that he had held me all along. And so the first couple years of following him were just incredible. My whole life changed. It really did. And then a pregnancy center actually was coming to my city. So I called, and she asked me, had I ever gone through any type of a healing program? And for the next few months, I walked through a intensive, intentional process. And I definitely didn't know that I could heal and be whole. And I certainly didn't think I could sit here and share with you. I hope that my story changes hearts and changes minds, and that people can see that it's not as simple as making a choice and moving on.